start out with our first secret. First secret's video. How many of you are using video in your real estate business?
On my listings.
Okay, on your listings, what kind of video are you doing with your
I'm
listings?
just using the generic Keller Williams home tour.
Okay, so you have your home tour. Now, is like the visual tour kind of thing? Is it
It's
a
really just
page?
all of your photographs strung
Right.
together like in a
Right.
PowerPoint.
Okay, well, that's a great use of video. Now, are you finding that people are watching those?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's there. And it gets picked up on Trulia. I mean, it's there.
It
Yeah.
does. Now, let me tell you a little something about video. Video actually is very well loved by the search engines. And there's a lot of reasons why. It'll rank higher in the search engines because when people come to your site, they'll spend some time on your site watching your video. Once they're there, if it's just a bunch of things that they have to read or click and it's a little confusing, they tend to click off and go somewhere else. But if it's a video, it's more entertaining, right? We as a society are into watching movies and videos. So it's more intriguing to watch a video. Of course, we want to try and keep it to a minimum. Typically, the industry says under 3 minutes to keep people's attention. And so, utilizing the virtual tours, those are great things to do. They're easy to add to your sites. Now, I don't know if...
Now, does that count if it's on your, if they pick it up from a search engine and go to the virtual tour, but they picked it up from your site, does it still count for...
It does because, well, they're picking it up from they're coming directly like from Zillow or Trulia and into the tour itself.
No, but if they're on your site and they pick it up from your search engine and go into a video,
Right.
is that going to play the same way?
It should, yeah.
Okay.
If it's coming in directly from your website, if you have it linked in, you should be able to, the traffic's coming into your site, so it gives you credit that it drove traffic to your site. Social media sites, when you do your visual tours, do you have a Facebook page? Okay, that's a business page that you put those, okay, you're not using those?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a personal page.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's a personal page. I need to set it up.
That's a big key with social media, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Be advertising on your personal page, but you could make references to, well, I'm doing a home inspection on this property and make a link to the property that's being shown, or out showing this property today, just little, a page is searchable by anyone, so they don't have to be a friend of yours to actually go to the page and see your listings there.
You have to pay for the for the business
It's all
page?
free.
How do you set up the business one? Because I meant to do that.
You have to create a page under your personal profile. And it's really easy to do. If you wanted to call me and I could walk you through that, that's pretty easy. And the key is to set it up to be a keyword for the market that you're working with, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about that also. Let's do the video here first. Another thing about video is that it can become viral. I don't know, last year they had a video contest up in Mississippi for the state that was about they had that buyer's credit, the $8,000 buyer credit. And so they had a competition to see who could come up with the best video about buying Mississippi, okay? And you could do something similar to that no matter what market you're in. But they had one person that came up, and it was actually kind of a comical, it was a play on this young couple who's buying a brand new house, and it was really cheesy, but it was funny. And they, the realtor's providing, look, this great house, and they come in and it's a wonderful, wonderful house, and then she pulls out 2 children, and here, here's your children, I'm providing everything for you, and here's the puppy, and all these things. It was silly, but people shared it because it was silly. And it actually helped promote this agent to people. So it just depends on what direction you're wanting your business to take. I mean, if you're not a comical person, I wouldn't put a comical video out there. But
I actually want a video of me.
God, why not? So you can use video in a way that helps to promote. People will share the video. That's what I'm trying to say is it makes it viral. Also, when you watch somebody on a video, do you kind of get a sense that they have more authority on what the subject matter is? Okay? Let me use an example of a famous psychiatrist. When I say famous psychiatrist, who comes to mind?
Who's on TV?
On television, yes.
Freud.
Freud is the true expert, right? Okay, Freud. But who would the common public think is
Dr. Phil.
Exactly,
Oh,
Dr.
geez.
Phil. Now, do personally, I mean, I studied psychology in college, and I personally don't really feel that he's the most authoritative person on that. But does the common public think that? They do, because he's on television. He's out there, he's putting himself forward, and he has placed himself as an authority. You can be an authority in your market. Why not? You're an expert in your market, right? So using video will help establish you in front of your clients that you know what you're talking about. They can go out and view property with you all day long, but when they can see you on a video explaining some of the processes and questions that they have that they're afraid of asking, then they think, well, gosh, this person knows what they're talking about. So, you know, they feel comfortable with working with you, or they want to go ahead and contact you to work with you because they feel that you're an authority on that. And it also builds rapport with prospects. When somebody sees you on a video, and they see, like, you know, you're advertising when you have a big billboard out on the interstate. How many times do you go into Winn-Dixie or Walmart or different places and somebody recognizes you? And it's almost like you're a celebrity because somebody recognizes you. You know? Yeah? Oh, you haven't had that happen yet? When my oldest daughter was in 5th grade, she came home and she was just so upset with me. First day of school, the teacher was calling roll, and she calls my daughter Brianna Ferdella, and Brianna says, "Here," and she says, "Is your mother?" "Yes." So, yeah, you just don't know. You know, and standing in line at Walmart, the cashier saw my check and says, "Aren't you that real estate lady?" We get outside, and my daughter says, "Mom, the Walmart guy?" You know, what do you do? So, also, the videos drive traffic back to your website. So whatever video that you're doing, make sure that there's a link to your website that brings them back to be able to contact you, okay?